It's Heritage Week, and the Top of Time pregame show is about to start right now. What's up, and welcome to this week's edition of Dre Ken's Top of Time pregame show. We're here with the new and improved Drip Woody with his drip on. And hey, Coach, go ahead and tell him about the Drip Woody first.
You told me when I first showed up, I didn't have my chain on.
He didn't have a chain on.
So I went upstairs and got the turnover chain.
Okay.
So when you get the pickle,
yeah,
you get the chain. You block a punt, you get the chain. You recover the fumble, you get the chain. Coach Farrow normally wears it on Friday night.
Okay.
And so Coach Farrow is the one who delegates, who distributes the chain, not us.
No doubt.
Yes,
no doubt.
Cool though, ain't it right?
No doubt.
Hopping on board, you know.
Well, you know what, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's great that you brought that up because at last Friday's night's game, you had a chance to give it a punt block away for that and an interception away for that. So just talk to us about last week's game and tell us what you got from it and just walk us through it.
We grew up.
Yeah.
We were as
really,
youthful
you can see
as
that.
we are.
You can see that, yeah.
No, we jumped out early, which we tend to do, but we got punched back, and we were down, and we were opportunistic. You know, the kids stepped up. They made plays when they were supposed to. The block punt, the punt return for a touchdown, and number 5 picking it off in the end zone. I mean, they anteed up and they kicked in. They answered the call. I told them when it was 32-35, I said, we need this.
Yeah.
It's exactly where we need to be.
Yeah. That's good, and that's a good thing because, you know, blowout victories are great, but it's those victories where you got to dig a little deeper. And being that this team is so young, I mean, that was just a wonderful feat for them to be able to turn it on, make things happen.
You know how it is when you go down 29.
Yeah.
When you go to GW, and I know GW hadn't played a game, but let's keep it real. GW was a good football team.
Yeah,
and
no question about it.
We kind of didn't know what we expected. You know, we were going in with a game plan, but they like I said, they punched us in the mouth. All in all, though, I felt like it was, and I'm going to use some history. You have me U.S. history, Civil War.
He's a history teacher.
Yeah, I teach history. So the Battle of Antietam, we won. The good guys won. The North won.
Okay.
All right. But man, we took a beating.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing right now is we gotta heal quick.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, the Saturday game at 2.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at first.
Blessing in disguise.
I need another day. I need another day. Hey, it's a game plan to get healthy. I'm sure Bradley, with the tough game that they had against Appo, and they're in the same boat. They're in the same boat. Everybody is. You get an extra day, and it's like, you know, I've done it before. Coached on a Saturday and had the extra day. So what do? Well, you make sure your special teams are right. You make sure your substitutes are right. You watch a little extra film. You get in the weight room.
Yeah.
And you have a little bit more time to install. But I got to get them out the training room.
Yeah, hey.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what happens. You know, when you have those tough battles and you get those kids. I saw a picture of Markevius Graves sitting on the ground, and he just looked like his whole soul was gone out there.
He
left it on the field. And you tend to get injuries when you exert yourself to that extent.
We played 48 minutes.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
And like I said, you give credit to the kids for laying it on the line, to leaving their feet to make a play, and playing against a team that did the exact same thing that we did, left it on the line. Yeah. And the coaches, they coached their rear ends off, as did my coaching staff. And man, we just gotta gather back. We gotta put it on the board. We gotta cook it up. We gotta serve it on Saturday.
No doubt. And we're gonna get to that, but when we're gonna finish up, you know, talking about GW and last week. Last week is the past. A great stepping stone. Kids went out and, like I said, they stepped up rose to the occasion when they needed to. Now, the big thing when we come back, because we're going to go talk to Coach Johnson and the defense, because the defense been playing lights out. Don't get me wrong. They've been playing lights out. But Coach Johnson been crying about the Top of Time, the pregame show. He said get his defense on, and rightfully so. So we're going to talk to Coach Johnson and some of the defensive marquee players from Friday, then we'll get back to you.
Good luck. He ain't as smooth as I am.
He's definitely not that guy. All right, we back. I got the drip, so we on drip and talk now. But no, we're here with first-year head defensive coordinator Jermaine Johnson, coach. And last week, the last couple of weeks we've been talking about offense, but you made a great point last week.
Oh, on the Facebook post.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Offense, they sell the tickets, but defense win games. And I'm going to tell you, man, for the first year, you've been doing an outstanding job. Just talk to us a little bit about your preparation and things with this new role.
All right. So my biggest thing, man, biggest part of my philosophy is I'm a firm believer from a defensive standpoint, you got to line up correctly.
Absolutely.
Right? 90% of an offensive success is what the defense does wrong, in my opinion.
You're right.
So
that philosophy.
I stress and harp on our guys lining up correctly and then just flying to the football, right? And so I spend a lot of my time in preparation really diagnosing what their main formations are. You know, I try to look at their top, 5 to 7 formations and try to focus most of the time on that because it's impossible really to prepare for every single play that a team runs. But I try to focus on, like I said, 5 to 7 of their main formations, and we do formation recognition every day in practice.
Yeah.
So even if it's mostly of an offensive day, I'm going to get 20, 25 minutes so we can line up and do defensive recognition, and we're going to walk through the formations, and these guys are going to line up where they're supposed to be, communication. So that's the biggest thing, man, is I just stress and harp on lining up correctly. So that's what I spend a lot of the time on prepping.
And I'll tell you, Jermaine, like, to watch these young boys fly around is something special.
Yeah.
They at the ball.
Right.
It's 5 or 6 of them at the ball at a time, man. And that's just go through preparation. And I've noticed that the players are always in the right position to make the play. Yeah. And they are making the plays. So, talk a lot. That has a lot to do with your philosophy and lining up correct and just your intensity to the game. Because, I talked to a couple of the players. They like, Coach Johnson, he dead serious now. He ain't playing no. But that's what you got to be when you running the defense, man. Absolutely. And they're taking on your mentality, and it shows. So I know you got a big task this week with Heritage.
Absolutely.
So, just talk a little bit about some of the things, that you have to look out for and that and the way we don't want to tell you the way you're going to prepare for them, but just talk to us a little bit about the game and their weapons.
Right. So, everybody knows, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that, number 2, Steele kid is a baller.
No doubt.
13's a baller.
No
Deuce Crawford.
No doubt.
Keyshawn Hubbard,
No
number
doubt.
6, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows that's their playmakers.
Yeah.
And so, obviously, the game plan, we want to try to limit the big play, right? Because all 3 of those guys can take it the distance any second.
Yes, sir,
you know what I'm saying? And so we trying to limit the big play is our main goal here. And I think, you just want to make them line up and snap the ball as many times as possible. And if they sustain, a 10, 12 play drive and they end up scoring, well then, that is what it is.
No doubt.
We limited the big play.
You did.
You know what I'm saying?
You did.
So that's the biggest thing I think we've been trying to prep for Heritage. They're going to be well coached. They got a great coaching staff over there. They're going to run through a wall for Coach Bradley, metaphorically speaking.
No doubt. They would definitely do that.
And it's a rivalry game.
Yeah.
One of the biggest in the state, if not the biggest in the state.
Yes, sir.
So we know what time it is. We know what to expect. But as far as like a defensive game plan, like I said, we just stressing and trying to limit the big play.
All right, now one more question before you go.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt me. But
I already know what you're probably going to say.
This guy's a Heritage product.
I knew it was coming up.
But I love him because he's over here at Glass now.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, because we are doing a series on the Jug Bowl, just talk a little bit about you was an actual player.
Yeah.
Talk about that environment and what that game mean to you.
Yeah, so with the Jug Bowl, man, I got the experience as a player at Heritage. I coached at Heritage 6 years, 7 years, something like that.
Yeah.
So I got the coaching there from the Heritage side. Now I've been here 8 years. So, it's nothing like it, man. Like, it's just, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Records don't matter.
Exactly.
It don't matter who has the biggest recruits on the team.
Yeah.
None of that matters. At the end of the day, it's like brothers, Yeah. Like, you fight your brother and you
know
fight
what
your
he gonna do, too.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
You know your brother's strengths and your weaknesses. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's always a dog fight, because these dudes have been together since they were 5 years old, playing either on the same team or against each other since they were that young. But like it's awesome, man. It is. All my friends, man, they still give me a hard time. All my closest friends outside of EC Glass football, all my closest friends are Heritage dudes.
No doubt.
Right? Craig Ford, June Beasley, Marcus Morris.
Yeah.
A lot of those dudes I still talk to on a regular basis, and they always talking trash about me still coaching. I've been here 8 years. They still ain't over it yet.
That's all right,
get over it, man.
That's all right.
But yeah, it's been good. It's been fun. And just looking forward to the game, man. You know, it being a dogfight.
Well, Coach, I tell you, man, you've been an asset to Glass ever since I've been knowing you here, man. And good luck to you. I hope we give a lot of these away out on Saturday, you know. But hey, this is topper time, so I can pull for my team extra hard right now. When we do the Jug Bowl, I gotta be fair.
Gotta be a little
nice. But Coach Johnson, appreciate your time, brother, and good luck to you.
Hey, before we go, man, I just want to shout out the staff in general, our defensive staff. You know, Brian Farrow, Smitty, Matthew Smith, his government, Coach Smitty, my bad. Shout out to government. But Coach Smitty, T-Pat, Thomas Patterson, Glass alumni, MJ Carr. These dudes, man, done a tremendous job.
That's good.
You know, we got a few more coaches on the defensive staff than traditional. We got 5 dudes on the defensive side alone.
Helps.
But they get that one-on-one coaching.
Helps.
You know what I'm saying? We got position coaches, direct position coaches. So just shout out to those dudes, man. They do an unbelievable job. You know, I try to come up with the game plan, but they ultimately the ones that coach all the positions, most of the positions, and make sure it's executed correctly. So I just want to shout them out. Shout out. So we'll be right back with some of the marquee players from this past week's game. All right, we're back with senior Neil Corsini. Got a cool name, because we're going to call him NC for right now. But Neil, just talk to us a little bit about just the way the defense has been performing this year for you guys.
Honestly, this year we've been on our P's and Q's. You know, we've been where we need to be. We've been physical, flying around. I really think it's been coming together a lot better than last year. You know, we've had that experience from last year. We've gotten our guys a little bit more in the weight room, you know. We've been hitting, you know, flying around, leaving our feet for plays, and I think we've been there for the most part.
No doubt. Hey, and that's one thing we was talking about earlier, just the way you guys fly around. Every time it's a ball carrier, it's 5 or 6 guys around the ball, man. And that's just a sign of a tenacious defense, a relentless defense that doesn't stop. So, big game this week, crosstown rivals. It's a big game because it's the next game. But they just put the cherry on top with by being Heritage. So talk to us a little bit about, you know, what you're expecting out of the game and maybe some keys to victory.
You know, it's Heritage, so it's always going to be a big game, regardless if they're real good. We're real good this year, you know. It's going to be a close game. They could be way better than us, but it's still going to be a close game because each team just wants it. We want it real bad. It's going to be a violent game. You know, we're going to be playing our hearts out.
No doubt. I like that. I like that. They said it's going to be a violent game.
It is.
That means physicality. Well, Nick, man, you've been having a great year so far, brother. From what I'm seeing, I'm looking at all district, all region right now. So keep working and good luck to you guys on Saturday. All right, buddy. Thanks. All right, we're back here with Mr. Dunlap, with Mr. Michael Thomas here, 2 of the marquee players from on the defensive side of the ball. Guys, you had a great win last week, but this week we got the Heritage Pioneers, and I just want to hear your thoughts on it.
I know they got a pretty good running back, so I know we're going to have to work on containing her. That's going to be a big deal. But other than that, I think we got it.
You think you got it?
Yes, sir.
And you, Mr. Dunlap, what you think about the keys to the victory this week?
They've got a good team, good pass game, and we'll have to shut down the running back, like Mike said.
All right, well, hey, I'm going to tell you, I've been watching you guys. I call you Lil Rohan Marley, and I call you the Space Eater, brother. You guys playing good ball, playing good defense, so good luck to you guys on Saturday, and let's come out with the victory.
Yes, sir.
Don't come back without a victory, all right?
Gotcha.
All right, y'all have a good one. All right, Coach. 42-32 last week. It's the pass. It's done. Big question for you. How hard will it be to play back-to-back rival games?
Well, that's what you want.
Yeah.
If you're a football player.
Yeah.
That's
But dealing with the highs and the lows of the game, are you
Yeah.
concerned anything about going into another type of game that way?
People always say, coaches always say, don't let a team beat you twice.
No doubt.
But a team can beat you one week and you win the next week, but you could lose to a team and win the next week, and you can win that week and then lose the next week, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
So did GW take a lot out of us? Did they take too much out of us?
Yeah, that's the big question.
Well, then guess what? We playing Heritage.
We're playing Heritage.
And there's nothing that I have to say pregame to motivate them to want to get out there and play.
Nothing.
I feel good. I feel good about the effort that's going to be bestowed upon the field, but man, I just wish we were out here and healthy.
Yeah.
And we're going to be healthy. Don't let everybody. I'm not using that as an excuse.
No,
we'll be okay. We'll be okay. But yeah, 2 back-to-back hardcore games in a row.
Yeah.
Psychologically, you better be in shape.
No doubt.
Physically,
No doubt.
you better be in shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we were looking at.
But and Biggest game of the year every year. I mean, it's 40 plus years that this game has been going on. I mean, you have stars that's went on to college, went on to the pros that played, and you know that played in this game and like
invest in it. They still in it.
And you know, we still talk about stories from 20, 30, 40 years ago. So, what element will this game bring to the series, the Jug Bowl series?
Well, I tell you what, man. I know it's played on Saturday at 2. I don't care what time. I don't care where. I play him at 10 o'clock at church.
No doubt.
I play him in the parking lot, right?
Bless him.
We can go right here on this practice field. We'll
Bless
go to
him.
Heritage on their practice field.
No doubt.
It's always respectful in between the lines, and you played in this game, and you know how important it is.
Yeah.
You know how the city gets ramped up for it. And the great thing about it is in between the lines has always been respectful.
Yeah.
At the same dimensions as our practice fields, 53.5 wide, 120 deep.
No deep.
And so nothing's going to change. We'll play hard in between the whistles, and we'll stop after the whistle. And after the game, I'm going to shake his hand. I'm going to hug him.
No doubt.
And it's brotheranship, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I got to live the next year. So do they. We're so close, we bump shoulders.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I might live next door to somebody that went to Heritage.
Yes, sir.
That goes to Heritage.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
so it's that blood relation, it's that closeness that makes this thing live all the way up.
All
and that's,
the way live.
you know, and that's. The city comes out. The city wants to watch. The city. It's going to be a show, man. I mean, it's scratching, it's clawing, it's dragging, it's digging for that inch, and that's what cost us.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, they got that inch on us.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
I don't want to talk about
a couple of more, but we ain't gonna talk about that because hey, you say we lost, we'll take it.
We'll take it.
But you know
and
what?
respect.
We live to fight another game.
Absolutely, we're gonna show up.
No doubt. So you guys tune in
Yep.
to Drake and Talk Saturday morning. Also tune in, be at the football game, support these folks, and if you come to the game,
Yes, sir.
Come to the game, behave yourself, and let's have a good time. We don't need no outside foolishness.
Yeah, he's gonna. Speaking of, if you come to the game, Andre Kendrick's gonna buy you a hot dog.
He just told the biggest lie of his career. Hey man, nobody no hot dogs, yo. But you know, not as a little kid, he might get it. Somebody kid might be hungry, I get him a dog, no doubt about it.
I ain't mad at you.
Appreciate you,
Yes,
Coach.
sir,
Good
brother.
luck to you. All right. Thank you guys for watching Drake and Talk. Be on the lookout for more exclusive content. Like, share, subscribe. Drake and Talk out.